Good morning. Welcome to Theater Minute, brought to you by your hostess and teacher, Miss McGarry. Now, you may be wondering why I'm dressed this way. Today, we're going to talk about William Shakespeare, also known as the Bard, recognized as probably the most famous English playwright and poet of all time. Now, not only did Shakespeare write many, many plays like Romeo and Juliet, Othello, Julius Caesar, King Lear, just to name a few, but he was a master of sonnets. Now, the sonnet is a 14-line poem with the rhyme scheme AB, AB, BC, BC, EF, EF, GG. Now, what does that mean exactly? To demonstrate, I'm going to use a sonnet that my daughter and I wrote together. Note, the line about sleeping too much during this time was April's. But in any case, I want to teach the rhyme scheme portion of a sonnet first. It's called the Quarantine Sonnet. I am so bored my restless legs do stir. That would be an A. We're looking at the rhyming pattern, so we're going to look at the last line of each, or rather, the last word of each line. So pay close attention to that. I am so bored my restless legs do stir. A. I hardly ever leave my cozy home. B. Though luckily I pet my dog's warm fur, yet still I yearn to socialize and roam. So home and roam rhyme, if you see that. I miss the daily joy of seeing friends and even the routine of work at school. I hope this boring quarantine soon ends. I'm sick of being locked down by these rules. So who can identify what friends would be? We haven't used it yet. So friends would be C, work would be, school would be D. Then you have ends and friends rhyming, so that's another C. And rules rhymes with what? Rules rhymes with what? That's right, school. So that would be another D. Each night I put myself to bed at 2. So we have our first E. The drudgery is making me depressed. That would be an F. A wild tiger trapped, I'm feeling blue. Blue and 2. Wake up at noon, my 2 p.m. I'm dressed. E-F-E-F. So who can tell me 2 words that rhyme? Think about it. Thinking job at home. Depressed, dressed. Blue, 2. Now, the very end is called the couplet because you have a G-G. Note, a rhyming couplet because games and insane, it's kind of a forced rhyme, but once in a while, it's allowed. My mom insists on playing stupid games. This quarantine is making me insane. Now, this is a lot to take in, but again, it's an overview of one of the most famous kind of poems, a sonnet. What I want to talk about now, I'm going to set the second page down, but what I want to talk about now is iambic pentameter, which is the second most important quality of a sonnet. The rhyme scheme, which we went over, is one, and the meter is the other. The meter is the flow of a poem. So iambic pentameter means you're going to have unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. And what I mean is, it's really something you can pick up just by listening. Da 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 da. I am so bored, my restless legs do stir. Often you'll see this written. I am so bored, my restless legs do stir. I hardly ever leave my cozy home. Unstressed, stressed, Unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. I hardly ever leave my cozy home. If you clap it out, it's another way of kind of counting the syllables or keeping track of meter. But again, we have A, B, C, D, C, etc. with the rhymes. Every other line rhymes. And it concludes with a couplet, games, and insane, or something like house and mouse, blue and two. The last two lines, the end word of the last two lines rhymes. Now you can look up many sonnets online. One of Shakespeare's most famous sonnets, his 18th, begins, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate." You can look up many online, and if you want to tackle this at home, try to write your own. If you want to just try the first stanza, a stanza would be like a paragraph of a poem. So if you want to just try writing 4 lines as a beginning exercise, that would be great. Email me your sonnets. Have fun with this. Be poets. You have a lot of time on your hands, so let the creativity flow. And again, a stanza is like a paragraph, but in poetry form. Peace out. They didn't say that in Shakespeare's times, but peace out, and I hope you guys are all doing okay.